Hi everyone, welcome back to our podcast. Today we are going to be talking about whether love is blind. So, Love is Blind season 2 just aired on Netflix recently, and the reunion was just aired like last week. So today we wanted to share our thoughts. So for those of you who have not watched this, it is a series following 15 men and 15 women hoping to find love. And so for 10 days, these men and women will date each other in pods, and these pods purposely separate them and so they can't see each other, but they can hear each other and talk to each other. So the whole purpose of this experiment is to find out if they can fall in love with someone just based on their personality. And so after they date each other in the pods, they get engaged. They actually get engaged for real in the pods, and that's when they can finally see each other. And then they will go through a series of events. So normal events that couples will experience, like meeting the parents and living together, planning their wedding, and eventually 3 weeks after coming out from the pods, they will hold their wedding. And when they are standing in front of the officiant, is it called officiant? The minister, they will decide whether they really can live with the person that they are standing in front of. So that's when they say like, okay, do you take this person and whatever, and so we won't spoil the show if you haven't watched it. No, actually we are going to spoil the show.
We're going to spoil
spoil the show. So there are people who actually go through with it, and there are people who walk away at the end. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, and specifically we're going to be talking about season 2. So not only did they have like season 1, like they had season 1 2 years ago, then now they started coming out with Love is Blind Japan, Love is Blind Brazil, and the season 2. Yeah, so I think a lot of people are very curious to know, if like they're very curious to know if love is truly blind, or maybe people just like trashy reality shows.
Yeah, I actually find it quite trashy.
Oh, it was super trashy.
Yeah.
I think okay, for those of you who have watched the show, I think season 1 is way more trashy and like more catty than season 2. Actually, I feel season 2 was quite mild.
Okay, one thing I don't understand is that how do people even fall in love with someone else in like less than 10 days without even seeing the face? I mean, I remember it was like within the first few days, and then there were like some drama.
Yeah, a lot of the people, they actually fall in love with each other within like 3-4 days. They're already like, I'm very certain it's going to be this one. And
Yeah,
when
they're so invested.
Yeah, they're so invested when their partner when the person they like talks to someone else, or like, even like mentions.
You just drop names.
Yeah, we should drop names. So if you in season 2, the big drama one was Shane, Natalie, and Shayna.
Shayna. Oh, I had so much things to say about Shayna.
Yeah, we have so much opinions on her. She's a character. She's a real character. But like when Shane was talking to Shayna, Natalie was so like, she was so angry and jealous that she was so upset that Shane even like, okay, so in one episode she called her name wrongly, and she was just like crying and like, I thought we had something, and I was just watching like, you haven't even seen him. You heard his voice through a wall for like 3 days. Like, what do you mean? And
it's
I feel
a
like
dating show. I feel like even if he was seeing someone else, right, at that point of time, right, he's not doing anything wrong.
Exactly.
Because I thought the pods was like for people to get to know different, like many people.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people who come on this show, right, they don't actually know what what is the whole purpose of the experiment, right? Like, I mean, it is a dating show. I cannot understand why people are so upset that the person they like are talking to other people. You're not even in a committed relationship. Like, I just don't get it.
They don't even know how each other look like.
Exactly. I think, okay, I feel like I always thought that this was a very ridiculous idea, right? Like the whole idea of this show is very ridiculous, because it's like, first of all, even if I could see this guy, right, There's no way I would get engaged to anyone in 10 days.
10
even if I can
days.
see his face. So don't say don't see your face. I also cannot get engaged to you in 10 days. So it's like, that was the ridiculous one. But now we're going to move on to who is our favorite couple in the show.
I think it's the same for the both of us, no? There's only one healthy couple.
Yeah, which is Jared and Iana.
Yeah, correct. Like they're the only chill and decent one.
Yeah, and they genuinely seem to really like each other. The only thing that the Jared did at the start is that he was, again, he was so certain before he even met this other contestant, Mallory. Like, he was so certain that, oh, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with her. I'm gonna propose to her. She's gonna accept. We're gonna have beautiful babies. It's like,
you don't even know how she look like.
yeah, you don't even know how she looked like.
How do you have beautiful babies?
Okay, but the good thing about this show, right, is like the producers didn't do anyone dirty, right? They did actually find people who are generally very attractive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't
And they
find,
had a job.
Yeah, they didn't find people who are like, like really like
Don't care about how they look.
yeah, don't care, like unhygienic. They found very decent people. So I feel like if they had chosen anyone, they won't be too disappointed with the looks, I would say. But
but I think, I don't know, I feel like for matchmaking, like even just matchmaking agency, they will have some decency to ensure that, like let's say if I want to introduce you to my guy friend, I'll have some decency to make sure that he's okay.
I thought what I heard people do is like dating agencies, they will match based on like number. Or like okay, like let's say, right, so like they rate you, if you are a 3, then they will match you with other 3s. If you are a 10, then they match with other 10s. Like you don't have a mismatch that way. But it's also not like if you are not that great looking, they don't help you or something like that. I feel like that's what they would do. That makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think there's not a lot of drama about our favorite couple. Let's talk about our least favorite couple. Wait, are we including like the ones that didn't work out?
Of course. Of course,
Okay.
you have to include the ones that didn't work out. All our least favorite couples all didn't work out. Just only, okay, so the end of the show, only 2 of the couples worked out, right? Was Jared and Yana, and the other one is
Danielle and Nick.
Yeah.
Danielle and Nick, yeah.
But to be fair, right, I feel like apart from Yana and Jared, we didn't really like the other people on the show that much.
Yeah, correct. That's why I cannot choose.
So I would say I can confirm this. My 100%, the couple that I dislike the most is Kyle and Shayna. Both of them. So their story is Shayna likes Shane. Okay, very confusing because they have such similar names. So Shayna likes Shane, but Shane likes Shayna and Natalie. But I think he was leaning towards Natalie. And in the pods, I don't know why Shane decided to ask Natalie to be his girlfriend.
And I feel like partly is because Natalie was upset.
Yeah, and she was also very possessive, I feel.
Yeah. So I think that's why Shane gave in to her. That's what I felt.
I feel, yeah, definitely. Yeah, after Shayna found out that Shane had asked Natalie to be his girlfriend, she accepted a proposal from Kyle. And after she accepted the proposal from Kyle, she immediately went to Shane and told him like, oh, I have feelings for you. I see a future with you, blah, blah, blah. And that's after she accepted the proposal. So I thought that was really, really, really shady. And the entire time with Kyle and Shayna, right?
You know that they don't match.
Yeah, in the past, they didn't even match. Shayna keeps claiming, she keeps claiming that she wanted a Christian
religious
man. Yeah, a religious man who could lead her in her faith.
Godly man. The family visit.
But she's a Christian, right? Like she says she's Christian, right?
Her Instagram has like the Bible verses, and then she has Instagram stories of like scriptures.
Oh my gosh, you really did your homework there. Okay. Yeah, and okay, so when they were in the pods, Kyle keep telling Shayna that he's atheist, right? He said he was an atheist. And they just couldn't agree on that. Okay, and to be fair, right? I don't from the bottom of my heart, I truly believe that Shayna did not care about religion because she didn't bother to ask Shane that question. If I tell you,
Yeah.
if Shane told her that he was like a devil worshipper, I feel like she would still have said, "Oh, we could work through that." But it's just because she really just didn't like Kyle from the start to the end. She didn't like him, so the entire time she was just trying to push him away with that excuse. And Kyle, that boy, he was like, "Oh, my mother was religious too. You remind me of my mom."
No, but I feel like at least he was trying. I feel like even if he's like stupid, right? It's not right for her to like lie to him like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just annoyed me how much she was simping. Okay, so after usually what happens? So after
She's
the
not even
10,
that pretty.
oh yeah. She looks like female Donald Trump.
Uh-huh.
Cause she did like lip fillers and she likes to do this. So
Yes.
she really like I don't know why she likes to make that face. And then like so afterwards, after they come out from the pots, after 10 days of like just talking within the pots, they go to this place called is it paradise?
Yeah, paradise.
I mixed it up.
It's just
with
like a
Singer's
resort.
Inferno.
Some
Yeah,
resort.
which is a resort where they're supposed to know each other better and everything. And Shayna actually left Kyle at the hotel by himself because she just couldn't stand to stay there with him longer. And the guy still didn't get the hint. He just didn't. He actually met up with her afterwards and continued to try and make their relationship work. I was just like, someone needs to help the poor boy. Someone. He's a mess.
No, but the reunion episode, right, where she said that him proposing to her with his mom's ring or something
Yeah.
was manipulative. I felt so bad for him like at that moment because I thought it was a very common thing. Like it's not something unusual. It's not. I don't see it as something manipulative.
I also don't understand why it's manipulative.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
thought-
what she
yeah.
did is manipulative, but why is proposing if his mother's... I mean, if she was really,
I
really
would have been
into-
honored. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like an heirloom. Like,
It's
I
so
don't
sweet
get it.
It's actually quite sweet you think about it.
Yeah.
But I didn't
I
get it.
feel like there's nothing wrong with it. I feel like she was just being a huge bitch throughout.
Yeah.
Then I feel like the producers of the not the producers but the host of the show, you know, during the reunion they didn't call her out enough. They could have
They
called
keep
her
calling
out.
out Shake.
Huh?
They keep calling out Shake.
Yeah, they keep calling out shade. Okay, and which we will get to in a bit. But
Okay,
I feel like
yeah.
the number one TV enemy in this show, right? The number one enemy in this show is Shayna for sure,
Shayna.
hands down. And I feel like they were just not throwing enough shade to her. Like she was horrible. She was like
She tried
really...
to break them up.
Oh yeah. So even during when they went to paradise, Shayna was still in love with Shane. So she actually set Natalie up. She called Natalie and said that, oh, if you and Shane don't work out, we can... I have someone who's willing to like date you, right? Who's open to dating you or whatever. And she was still trying to break them up. Even at the paradise.
Yeah, a lot of YouTube comments are saying that it's not very Christian of her.
Yeah, so I feel like the reunion they were just damn biased. They didn't call her out. Then they should have called her out on that. They should also have said like, would you have accepted Shane if he's like if he told you that he's not a Christian? And I mean he has never said that he is or is not. And she never asked. So I was like, come on.
I felt like they hooked up. Remember the part in a reunion? I think the host asked like if they had met up with each other, Shayna and Shane. And then Shane was so angry. Like he was so agitated and he didn't want to talk about it. Do you remember that part?
Yeah. My
Yeah, I
friend
feel
said the
like-
same thing. I didn't
I
think
feel like
that
they
they
hooked
hooked up. But I didn't think that they hooked up. But my friend said the exact same thing.
No, the thing is, if let's say nothing happened, right? He could have just like calmly said, "Oh, we just met up to clear things, like clear the air." You know?
Yeah. If I were Natalie, I didn't like Natalie that much either. I feel like she was a bit mean. Her comments are very mean.
Oh, I think that's what Shane said. Like sometimes the things that she say to him, he
Yeah,
doesn't like the comments.
you know, yeah, I cannot imagine if she can say these kind of things on camera. What kind of things is she saying off camera? Like, I feel like she was very mean. She's a very mean person.
Mm.
So actually, at I don't I don't feel very sorry for her lah. Honestly, I mean, don't know.
Okay, the couple that I didn't like, right, was actually the Nell and Nick. Because the other three, right, they had their problems and they didn't get married, so it's fine. But but I don't know, I felt like there was so many problems in like the Nell and Nick.
Yeah, I
And I
feel
was
the
like
same.
telling you the other day, the stuff that she was sharing about her feelings, like she was mad at him. I didn't understand a word that she said. It's not like I cannot. It's not like I cannot empathize or anything. It's that I do not understand what is the problem. So
I same. I couldn't understand because okay, a reality TV generally they will frame someone as like a bad person, right? They tend to do that. I remember when they were having the argument after meeting his family. After meeting her family, after meeting Daniela's family, she was upset with him for being upset because something happened to his family or his friends or something like that, and he was texting, right? So he was upset. And she was angry with him because he was upset because she said something like, "Oh, you just met my family and then then you are ruining my mood." And I was like,
you're ruining his mood.
yeah, something just happened to his family like as his fiance, can you just be like,
Let him
"Oh,
be
what
sad
happened?"
at least.
Yeah, if you don't want to comfort him, then let him be sad in
Yeah.
peace, right? Like the least he could have done.
I was surprised that they really tried, and then they have not like they didn't break up by the reunion episode because I didn't
Yeah,
think that they will last.
same. I feel like I actually really don't feel like they will last. So
Mm.
during the wedding cake, when they were having wedding cake, they were also crying. I don't know. Then she was crying again. I cannot even remember what they were arguing about. But the whole 21 days of their relationship that was shown on TV, the whole 21 days, they just seem to be having conflict after conflict. I have no idea why they even got married.
I feel like I would have ran if I were Nick. There's no way I would say yes.
Yeah, one thing that really put me off is she said that she likes to party with her friends, which is fine. But she breaks stuff when she parties with her friends. And she was so upset when Nick told her that don't stand on the table and dance. You might break my stuff. And she was like, I can't help it. Sometimes my friends just do what, it's like we're just having a good time and things happen.
At
Isn't she
least
like,
he even explained. He said that you can party, but he doesn't like broken things.
yeah, who
It
likes
makes
it when
sense.
other people come
Yeah.
to your house and break your shit? I just couldn't understand what she was having so much difficulty comprehending. I was like, are we not all on the same page about not breaking shit? Looks like we are not all on the same page. I just couldn't get it.
Oh, but I felt that Nick was quite bitchy.
Oh yeah.
The scene that was it at the beach that he was carrying the drink? Or then he said that Natalie was trying to keep Shane or something, right?
Yeah. I
He
can't
tried to
exactly
talk
remember.
to I think
Shane,
he said he's trying to talk to Shane, but then he felt that Natalie was trying to stop like the convo or
Oh
something.
yeah. Because Natalie spent the whole night like she was very close to Shane. Actually, I feel like that I feel like Natalie didn't do anything wrong. Okay, to be honest, right? If I was at a party and I didn't know anyone else, I only knew my boyfriend, I would stick to my boyfriend the entire time. Like, it just doesn't come naturally for me to want to go and mingle with other people. So I mean, I can understand how she feels. I feel like why can't he just talk to Shane with Natalie? There, I don't get it. I don't get it. A lot of shady scenes in this series. The worst thing I feel, right, is that some of the things that they say, they know is going to appear on TV. And if they really get married, like let's say like Jared and Iana,
Shake.
right? Yeah. They like they really got married, and Iana can watch every single thing that Jared said about her, about their relationship, and how he was flirting with Mallory even after like they were engaged.
No, actually, was it very bad that combo between Gerald and Mallory? Because to me, it just felt like they were just trying to like clear the
Understand what
air and
happened,
like
is it?
patch. Yeah, correct. After
I
the
I feel
rejection,
I
it
feel
felt
like
more like
most
that for me.
I feel
But
like
I can see why. Sorry, but I can see why Iana would feel like quite insecure from that.
I felt like most of the conversation was okay and like kind of neutral until he said that
Is Xiao really your type? Is
yeah,
it?
it's why did Sel give you a silver ring? If it was me,
Mm.
I would have given you a gold ring because I know that you want a gold ring. I felt like that part he was really trying to throw shade on Sel. I don't know whether it's like a cause I don't
Evil
feel like it's
anything.
because he still like her, but I feel like it's because like a ego thing because she turned him down for Sel.
Ah, okay.
That's why he was still like uh he doesn't know you as well as I do, but you still chose him. That kind of thing. Like I don't feel like it is because he wanted to be with her.
Mm. No,
Yeah.
I truly believe that he really wanted to be with Iana.
After he saw her, I think
Mm.
especially because she's a
Yeah.
very very cute person.
She's so nice eh. But
Mm.
okay, if it were you, right, who will you pick?
Mallory or Iana?
No, no, as in like you're like to be engaged.
Oh, you mean out of all the men?
I mean, if
Jared.
you want the girls also okay.
Oh,
Jared.
okay. If like just the guys, I would say like Jared. Actually, he seems like very chill, but he seems like he's very fun.
Ah, okay.
And like he likes to go out with his friends and likes to have that like a bit of like going out life, which I kind of like also.
I think I'll pick Dipti. Like none of I won't pick any of the guys.
Okay, so
But
speaking of Deepti, right? We talk about the most hated person on this show, which surprisingly is not Shayna, but is this guy called Shake.
who
So
was
their names,
engaged to Dipti?
yeah, who was engaged to Deepti. So all their names sound very, very similar. So his name is what? What was his full name?
Abhishek, I think. It was Abhishek.
Abhishek. I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so his nickname was Shake, but yeah, it just sounds very close to all the S names. So he was very hated because of all the misogynistic comments and because during the reunion he was calling people out left and right.
Mm. Actually, I feel like the comments he said during the reunion, like the part that he was calling people out, I agree with him.
Same. I didn't know why the host was so angry. So one of the things that Shake said, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but one of the things that he said during the reunion, which really pissed off the female host. What's her name? Vanessa.
Vanessa?
He said that Shayna was engaged to Kyle just to continue being on TV.
It's true.
It's 1,000% true. She hated Kyle. She hated his guts. She just hated the guy, but she was engaged to him. I mean, like, okay,
She
he
didn't want to
was,
be in the same room as him in the
yeah.
paradise.
Okay, so in the paradise, their hotel is actually, I think, quite big because I think they could sleep in different rooms. They didn't even need to be sleeping in the same room.
Yeah, correct.
She couldn't even stand to be in a different room, right? And she left the hotel, okay? Can you imagine that they actually get paid? Or I don't know if they get paid, but like they have a paid vacation like in Mexico, and she left her paid vacation and she just could not stand being around this guy. And she was like, I didn't stay for the TV. I stayed because, what did she say?
I think she said that she really wanted to try it out with Kyle.
Liar. Okay, she was just a liar. And I feel like the host, right? I feel like the two hosts, they were being damn shady by not acknowledging that.
Yeah.
I feel like they were being like fucking biased. They were just like, oh yeah, it's Shake. Shake is the bad guy.
Oh, and then I think that the other comment that why Mallory and Sel didn't work out. I think Shake said it's because of the Mallory and the Gerald thing.
Mm-hmm.
and then Xiao with the ex-girlfriend. I also think it was because of that, like those
Yeah.
two events.
I also think
So
so.
like,
I feel like his comments, right? I don't know. I feel like a reunion is supposed to be where you review the show and the contestants give
and
their
spill the
comments.
tea.
Yeah, so I don't understand why they were getting so charged up against him, you know?
I think they just dislike him already, like from the show. So like everything he says, they find it annoying.
During the show,
We go back to Deep Tea.
yeah, we go back to Deepti and the show.
And uh
So, what happened to Deepti and Sheikh is both of them said that in the pods, they both said that they only like to date a certain type. And that type
White.
is white people. Which,
it's fine lah. They have a
It's
type.
fine.
Like, everybody
Yeah, it's
has
fine.
a type.
and Sheikh said specific. I think they both also said specifically blondes. It's very specific, but I mean, they have their preference. So Sheikh also started asking a lot of girls in the pods what is their weight, and he liked to ask it in a very. He tried to be subtle, but it ended up being very.
I like buying dresses. So what is your dress size? Is it?
Yeah.
He
Or
asked
like,
Iana.
oh, you like to go to a music festival? Do you think I could put you on my shoulders comfortably? Like he started asking.
Which is quite
he started
funny.
saying this stuff. Yeah, which you know, it's like everybody knew what he was asking, right? You were just asking if they were like fat or whatever, and then but he was asking in a very subtle way, and a lot of the girls got very offended. So one of the girls who got very offended by the comment is Deepti, right? And afterwards, Sheikh apologized for his comments in the pods to Deepti, and Deepti started forming like a emotional connection. And one of the things that they both bonded on is the fact that they were both Indian, and that they thought that, oh, we have both never, we both like the same type of people previously. Now we are both in the pods. We're the only, I think they knew they were the only Indians, right? We're the only Indians here, and so they kind of thought that it was fate. Yeah, and I feel like Sheikh's character, he was also pretty funny. Like he like got that kind of like a bit sarcastic and then like cynical kind of energy, kind of energy, right? So I think she was a bit drawn to that, and I think he's quite smart. I mean, he's a vet, right? So yeah, I think she was like just attracted to his brain or whatever. And so they did get engaged. So the problem happened. The problem started when he saw her.
Oh, he said that she was like, wow, so beautiful.
Yeah, the first time they saw, he said, wow, she's so beautiful, this and that. After that, she kept saying that she reminds him of his aunt. And that...
Oh yeah, I saw some comments saying that he must have had a special relationship with his aunt.
Yeah, he went around telling everybody that he did not find her... He was...
sexually attractive.
Yeah, he did not feel like he was sexually attracted to her. He was saying like he didn't feel that animalistic, instinct towards her. And that was really putting him off. And she kept telling everybody that she told everyone how wonderful he was. I feel like there was nothing wrong with him saying that he was not sexually attracted to her. I feel like the aunt comment was unnecessary, and that he didn't have to tell everybody. But like, I feel like not being sexually attracted to someone is an important thing. Maybe it's the way he said it.
And he just went around telling everyone, like knowing that it could be aired, and it will probably be aired, right? But actually, a lot of the people in the reunion episode said that whatever that was aired on TV, like Sheikh's comment, it was a very watered down version.
Yeah. So this was the central issue on why everybody didn't like Sheikh. And during the reunion, the hosts were calling Sheikh out, saying like, you're very superficial, this and that. Okay, Sheikh called himself out and he said he was too superficial for this dating program.
I think it's true though, he came for the wrong reason. Like, he came to the wrong dating show.
No, but I feel like that was the purpose of the show. I feel like, okay, the show, right, is to find out if love is truly blind. And as someone who does not believe that love is blind, he went into the show to find out if he thinks that love is truly blind. No, if let's say the thing is, right, if you have a show and everybody there is just 100% they believe, yes, love is blind. What are you trying to find out from the show? You're not trying to find out anything. So I feel like they were very stupid in saying that, oh, this is the wrong dating show for you since you value looks so much. I mean, if I'm precisely going to this show to see if it will change my mind. You get what I'm saying?
I know, but it's you're planning to marry that person. So if I know for sure that if I think the person is ugly, I cannot marry the person. I wouldn't take this risk.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
But the thing is, they can break up. The engaged couples can break up.
I know. Yeah, that's true lah. If you have a lot of time, you can do that. Yeah, I wonder how like handsomely they are paid.
I thought they're not paid at all. And I feel like some people they just want to get on TV lah, you know.
But I feel like they will get their remuneration in some other kind of way. Like they have like more Instagram followers, then they can like advertise stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm sure they agreed based because they wanted to be on TV lah. Okay, nobody wants to air their dirty laundry on TV for no reason. But Sheikh went to tell everyone that the only person he finds attractive in the room is Vanessa, which is the host who's married. Yeah, who's married.
The husband is there,
sitting right next to her, and he said, I think you're the most. I'm only sexually attracted to you. And they were just all so angry. Okay, he's very stupid.
It is inappropriate, but I would just laugh if I were there.
Yeah. I feel like it was inappropriate because she was married, but I feel like I don't know. I mean, you want people to be honest during these type of reunions, but then like they will just keep shading him the entire time. Like, and she was so angry, you know, like saying like he's so superficial, this and that. I just couldn't get it.
But I was glad that Dipti said no.
Yeah, she's a very nice person as well. She's a very nice person, and she is very pretty.
I think she's pretty. I really think she's very pretty.
She has a very attractive personality, which I feel like that's why people were so angry with Sheikh's comments.
Actually, it feels to me like the entire time Sheikh was really trying to work it out with her.
I can understand why people felt very bad for her. I like dislike Sheikh so much because she was very nice, and you know she really tried. But I feel like the Sheikh hate is unwarranted
compared to Shayna.
Yeah, like I really feel like compared to the things that Shayna has done, like gaslighting, manipulation, the whole thing, she did everything. But Sheikh, he was just very superficial and he made a lot of rude comments.
No, I feel like the comments he said, right, he didn't think them through properly. It just sounded like he didn't think before he said. But I feel like Shayna's moves were very calculated.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we need to talk about the Natalie and Shane. Like, what was the fight about?
Oh, yes. Okay, so now we're moving on. Everybody.
Did they even talk about it on the reunion?
Yeah. So if you watch the show, Natalie and Shane, right, they were like on track to get married already. Everything was fairy tale. Everything was going very, very, very well. But then they did not get married. At the end, Natalie said no at the altar because they had a fight the night before, and they didn't air what this fight was about. The only thing that they mentioned that happened is that Shane said Natalie ruined his life and he hated her.
But I wonder what was the fight about.
Yeah. And that's a very shitty thing to say to your fiance the day before your wedding. So I would have said no too.
Oh, but I read from the Reddit comments, right? Like after that fight, before the wedding, I think that Natalie told Shane that she's going to say no. And then I think Shane thought like she will change her mind the next day. That's why they still went through with the wedding.
What a bad idea. I don't know. I feel like they were both quite in love with each other.
Yeah, they always say that you are my best friend.
Yeah, my best friend there for
Right.
20 days, but like,
Yeah.
no, but they on TV they look like they were very in love with each other. You know what I mean?
Like comparable to the Jared and Iana.
Yeah, and I feel like during the period, Shane really tried to be the best, he be on his best behavior, you know, and be the best version of himself that he could be, even when he was confronting Shayna on the beach. So after Shayna said to Natalie that, you know, if you break up, you know, I can introduce you to another boy. Shane actually went to confront her and called her out on a lot of the lies that she was saying. So, you know, I felt like he tried. Natalie tried also. Natalie was mean. She's a mean person. I don't know why she's so mean, but she tried. So that was kind of sad. And they didn't address it during the reunion. And even during the reunion, it seemed like it felt like their fight, their wounds were still very fresh. The way that they were
Yeah.
looking at each other.
Natalie looked so sad.
She looked like a abandoned puppy.
Yeah,
Maybe it's because
I'm
Shane
just
and
curious
Shayna
what
were going on. I don't know. I don't know. That hasn't been unconfirmed. They both said that they didn't, but I don't know.
No, they met. As in, they met. But
They said, yeah, during the reunion, they said they met, but they could have met for like coffee and you know, to hash things out, or they could have met to have sex. We don't know which one.
I think that they hooked up. For me, it sounded like they hooked.
Now that we have gone through like most of the juicy bits of the show, did we miss out? Oh, no, we didn't miss out any couple.
No, I think
we
we
mostly
covered.
overlooked Sal and Mallory. I mean, who cares about them? Boring couple.
I nothing to say about them.
Yeah, I mean, they were both fine. They were just, in the end, you know, they just weren't compatible. I felt like you could tell they didn't have that kind of chemistry thing going on. I feel like for
But
them, you can tell.
Mallory rejected Jared for.
So in Mallory's case, she thought that she really loved Sal and everything. And Sal really thought that he loved her. But when they actually met up,
It
things
was
are
awkward.
different. Yeah. It was awkward. So yeah, we'll move on to the next part. And do you believe that love is blind?
No. Okay, I actually can see where Shake was coming from. Like I feel that I need to have just a little bit of physical attraction to the person. And I think it helps if the person is nice too, you know.
Yeah. I want to say, right, I feel like love is not blind in that sense.
Blurry.
Like it's just that it's just about physical attraction. But the thing is that if somebody has a very, very a personality that really I really like their personality, I can actually see myself like slowly finding this person more and more attractive. You know what I
But
mean?
it won't be a matter of a few days, right? It has to be like you're friends with
It
this
won't be a
person.
matter of a few days. But I mean, like, I have seen people that I at first, even, okay, don't talk about like relationships, but friends, right? Maybe I didn't think that they were the most pretty or the most handsome, but the more the longer I'm friends with them, and you know, like, I really know their personality, I'll be like, but I think she's so attractive, she's so pretty, you know, she has such a nice smile, she has such a nice hair, whatever, you know. It's like I start to, when you like the person for their personality, you start to find things about their physical appearance that is also very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you just associate their face with good things.
And that is true.
Yeah. So that's why I think
also helps.
love is blind in that sense.
I think it also helps that everybody has a type, their own type.
Yeah. And I feel sometimes, it's, you mean type, like your face type?
I mean, like face and personality both.
Yeah, sometimes the face, even if you didn't find a face like, even if sometimes people don't find what you find attractive, but you find that person very attractive, it's just like, your own thing. So I feel like it's
Okay, it is like if you want to bring this point in, then you are really saying that love is blind. It's blurry.
it's blurry. That's the
Yeah.
furthest we will go. It's blurry. Okay, our closing question for our bonus episode is: would you prefer a good face or good character? And I feel for us, hands down, it's the same thing.
Wait. Is it?
Let's say, okay, in 3, 2, 1, let's say what it is. 3, 2, 1.
Good
character.
character.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, I feel like what they say is true, right? No matter how good looking someone is, if they have a shitty personality, you
I
just
just find the person ugly.
yeah,
you get
you
what I
will
mean? Like,
immediately find the
I was
person very unattractive.
Yeah.
So that brings us
Okay.
to the end of today's episode on Is Love Blind? And if you haven't watched the Netflix show, I think it's worth taking a look at. It's a very trashy, entertaining, brain-numbing kind of show.
You can watch it while having lunch.
Love is Blind, Season 1, Season 2, Love is Blind Japan, Love is Blind Brazil on Netflix. So you can go and binge and cringe at all their funny behaviors, and you can share with us what you think about them in the comments. I would really like to know what other people think of the contestants, because I feel like we all take them in differently. Like both of us have different opinions on them. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.